Finally, I've found true toy love. I love you. I love you. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why I'm sticking with the ponies. I'm not sure how these guys are going to go. I'll feed them in anyway. Whoa! You don't see that every day on YouTube, do you? Woohoo! Ooh, okay, time for a very mixed up dark side video. All of the toys you see on the table there came from one shop. It cost just over $100, it was about $115 to be exact. And a lot of these toys were hidden away under layers of legitimate toys. This store is just a general business in Sydney. I'm not going to discuss where it is, but it's amazing how much knockoff toys and illegal product that I've found in this one shop. In fact, there is one item here which is highly illegal, and I was actually quite surprised that I found it. Anyway, we're going to take a very close look at these toys. We're going to destroy a lot of them, and hopefully we're going to learn something along the way. Okay, let's do it. Yes, a very, very mixed bag of franchises and toys on the table there. What will we look at first? We will take a look at the Frozen Train first. Okay, the Frozen Train, it was $10. I've seen these very much in the Thomas & Friends version. Infinite power. The back of the box looks like this. It's just all ripped artwork. Looks fairly fancy, doesn't it? I'll tell you what, I bet you once we unbox this, it ain't going to be fancy. Let's take a look at the engine here. I've got a lot to get through, so I've got to really, it's just, oh dear, welcome to the dark side, hey. Okay, it takes a AA battery, covering up the brand names, because we don't do ads for battery companies, do we, boys and girls? And we'll see if it works. Oh yeah, it could be a high-speed runner. That's what the artwork on this little train looks like. Let me set the track up and get the cabooses onto the train. I know some will ask, what's the track like, Leo? Well, it's that typical flimsy rubbish that you get with these generic train sets. It can be a bit tricky to put together, especially when you're looking down through camera. But if you take your time, you'll get there, sometimes. Well, I got the layout made up. I put the train together, given it its first run. Might get a surprise here, if I can get it to work. Oh, finally, and we're away, and it's fairly sprightly. Does that impress you? Well, if it does, well, go and see a doctor, because that is dark side, ladies and gentlemen. That toy is nothing but rubbish. And looks like a bit of trouble over the back there. Nevertheless, people come in and buy this stuff. $10 for this absolute rubbish train. Better take some beauty shots, or people say, oh, we didn't get to see the train enough, Leo. Well, there it is. Okay, I think that's enough. Well, I wonder what despicable way I can get rid of that train. Round and round she goes, where she blows, nobody knows. Well, that looks to me like a close shave with a mad bomber. Well, let's give Miss Frozen a bit of a rest there. A little bit of shaving cream in the brake van has, well, basically broken the brake van. That's what's left of it. And what I'll do with this toy here is I'll get the toy crusher up and running again, and all that there will end up in the toy crusher. The next item is this launching Baymax Fist, $8. A little bit funny read here, launching fist, pawing ejectable. Sort of strange, other bits and bobs there. The back of the box artwork looks like this, very typical of what you see in the dark side realm. And it looks like there may have been two versions of it. Looks like we've got this green version. Let's get this thing out of here and see what is going on. Well, first thing I report to you is this thing is very, very strange. I think there was a real toy like this. I think this is ripped off a real toy. It's basically a gun hidden inside there, which then would eject this fist. And this fist is like a great big foam, like urethane style fist. I think that'd be virtually impossible to destroy, but I tell you what, I bet you I can get rid of this. Well, before I destroy this thing, I should probably demonstrate it. It has got a sound feature. Not sure if that's real Big Hero 6 sounds. You can load it up, and I'll try and shoot the creeper over there. 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah, got him. Well, considering this knockoff toy's got a fist, well, I've got a little friend who's got some fists that might basically redesign this toy. And my little friend is affectionately called Mr. Hammer. And this is how Mr. Hammer works. He stops for nothing. Mr. Hammer never puts a foot wrong in getting rid of knockoff toys. You'll never ever say that he's harmless towards them. It may be a surprise to some people to see How to Train Your Dragon getting ripped off by the dark side, but hey, anything popular is fodder for them. I'm not that familiar with the franchise. I think that's Toothless. I don't know the name of him or that dragon there. We'll take a look at the box artwork on the back. It's all about deception and basically pulling you in. It's all ripped off images. It was a $9 set. I will be doing a dedicated How to Train Your Dragon Dark Side because there is lots of these toys getting about, and I'm pretty sure these are just basically rips from the real toys. There's Toothless and the other critters. If only I know their name. Philly Leo. Okay, let's have a quick look at Toothless here. He's got silver painting on the back here. I wish I had a lead testing kit. I'd love to test the paint on these things. There is no painting underneath, but that's normal dark side. I thought he had a red tail kite thing at the back. Or did it change in that movie? I haven't seen the movie, so I'm flying blind. Although Toothless isn't blind. Look at his eyes. He's on something there. And that smile is freaking me out. Here is the other dragon, who I've got no idea its name. It is painted on the top. Freaky little eyes and not painted underneath, but that's very dark side. Very typical of the dark side to be half in their painting. Here is Toothless's owner, isn't it? Hello, I've got an articulated head. The arms, strangely, are on back to front because the thumbs are at the back there. See that? I don't know what's going on there. It does move there. Arms are on the wrong side. It has got knee bending there, and it's, well, because he's like Toothless, he's got a dung leg, hasn't he? Anyway, that's that guy there. If you know his name, please let me know. There is that piece there, but because the arms are on back to front, this is the comical side of the dark side, he holds it backwards, if that makes any sense. Yeah, it's one of those things you might be saying, well, Leo, it looks pretty good. It looks fairly high detail, but it's in my hands. It's got a greasy feel to it. Don't get excited by this at all, please. And it will fall apart if I manipulate it around a bit. It's just rubbish toys. And what I'll do is I'll put these toys into the crusher, toy crusher that I'm going to put up at the end of this video. Yeah! Oh my goodness, if I had $1 off every time I saw knockoff Frozen stuff in all sorts of stores. This pair here was $25, so it's $12.50 per doll. It's one of those things, they look fairly impressive, but I guarantee to you, once we pull them out of the box, they're not going to impress. As always, it's about deception. The box artwork grabs your eyes. A lot of children wouldn't know this is knockoff toys versus the real stuff. Yeah, it's really sad to see this stuff going on. Often the boxes have these very strange reads. You can pause the video and read all that if you want, but up here is a very, very strange one. That one there, I mean, cast your eyes over that and just tell me, what is this all about? Happy National Ice Cream Day. Well, that's a Frozen treat, isn't it? And how about this for a dark side read? The way they meet are funny magic, snowman, fantasy elves, unexpected magic, history, Morin, avalanche, ice to crack the heart pounding, step by step. Doesn't make any sense, does it? Well, let me unbox these beauties, and I often wonder whether sometimes these things are let run in the marketplace to basically, in a strange way, promote the film. Because, put it this way, I never see this stuff getting pulled out of the shops, ever. And these are starting to freak me out. Well, I've had a brain freeze because I've forgotten which one's which. The fabric in this just feels terrible. I think one match on this thing, the whole thing would go up like a towering inferno. It's really soft plastic. It's just cheap and nasty. Accessories on this as well. Yeah, it's just horrible feeling. It's really, really sad this is going on. Very inappropriate dolls, aren't they? I wouldn't want to be giving this to any child. There's no satisfaction in these dolls at all. Now, the really strange thing here is it's got this thing on the back here. I do not know what that is. If it's like a noise maker or... I don't understand that thing there. And a real classic dark side, there's a lot of effort put with the artwork and the boxing. I mean, look at that there. That's the read behind the dolls, if it makes any sense. I've said this before and I've looked at these dolls. They put a lot of work into getting the eyes looking nice and the hair looking nice. And I think that's the thing that people look at when they see a doll. They're looking at the head, I hope. Same with this one here. But it's when you have a closer scrutiny of what's going on, and particularly the costume, you start to see just how ratty this is. It really is just cheap and nasty work. And this one also has this weird thing there. I might have to cut one open and see what that is. fact, I think I can manhandle this thing out. I think it's some sort of... Oh, it is. It's a noisemaker. It's got a tab. Now, if I pull that tab out, it'll do something. Oh! My goodness me. Something seriously wrong with that sound of that thing. So to activate it, there's a tab or something you pull. I can't see it there. It must be you have to pull the back piece out. How silly is that? Hey, who designed these? Well, no one. Look, this one's almost falling apart. Will it make a sound? Oh. Yeah, we'll be letting it go in a second, I can tell you. Calling Mr. Hammer! Calling Mr. Hammer! Time to rewrite this song to let it blow! Mr. Hammer style! Well, Mr. Hammer's footloose and fancy free, but he has tidied up those music boxes into a, well, beautiful music collection. I don't know, some of you out there will want to see, well, what was inside that noisemaker? Well, there's a speaker there and some wires going back. Okay, some little silicone-y thing there, a board there, and I think that black dot there is where the sound is stored. I don't know, I'm not into electronics, but I'll tell you anything. Do you believe me? And there is the battery pack. Yep, well, let it go, I'll let it blow, eh? Well, I hope my warning here is very clear. These dolls are a complete and utter rip-off. They are really poorly made, and let's send them off in a, well, very special way. Don't you hate it when one of those Disney songs drills your brain, and you can never get it out of your head? Well, here's a surefire remedy. Ah, you two playing hard to get. Well, I've got another little toy for you later in the video. Well, this shop really had a mixed bag of stuff. I often see little knockoff toys like this. It's a xylophone sort of thing. There's also a mouth organ thing. I've forgotten its real name there. You can tell me. On the back, it looks like this. Okay, and we're gonna, well, give this a play in a very different way. This musical toy was $6.99. You might as well call that $7. I don't know why they do that 99 thing. I mean, we're over it, guys. It doesn't work anymore. Okay, well, there's some little legs here, some things to dingle and dangle with. Yeah, let's start playing. So there you go. You can play your favourite tune there. But I think the biggest joke to this is this mouth organ, whatever they're called. And I've had a blow on this, and I thought, that's weird. It wasn't making any sounds. Let me open it up, and I'll show you why. It only makes a sound in one spot. If I can get the damn thing open. Oh, got it. It's only got a noisemaker. No, there it is. There, it's fallen out. The noisemaker was only in one spot, so that's typical Dark Side. It's only when you blew right in the middle there, you'd actually get a noise. There was nothing else on that thing there. Classic rubbish. Did you know I've got this friend who's actually very skillful at bashing out a tune? And when he starts playing, well, you're going to recognise his style straight away. Yeah! Mr. Hammer, that was a stunning rendition of Hammer to Fall by Queen. Well, it comes as no surprise to see Transformer-style toys getting about in these sorts of stores. I think what's going on here is they're trying to rip into the Transformers Dark of the Moon artwork. I don't know about the toys, whether they're exact rips of real Transformers toys. The audience can tell me that. But $2.50 a toy, and you're sort of thinking, well, what are you getting into? Well, I dare say we're getting into some rubbish. And there's the different variations in this series. Tank down the bottom there, car. But I think that UFO is very, very strange. Just take a closer look at the reads on this, because sometimes they're funny to read. There's one there as well. Oh, immortal energy. And there's another funny one there, if that makes any sense. The one thing I notice with Transformers toys is that often they are very, very expensive toys in the knockoff realm. Mind you, they are expensive toys in the real toy realm. These feel cheap and nasty. And they're going to die a horrible death, I can tell you. Ooh, what if that's a Bumblebee rip-off? I wonder. Well, here's a closer look. I think this one, well, what is it? Some sort of truck. It's got weirdness down there as well. I don't think it's Megatron, but then again it might be. There are bits on it which just sort of come off like that. Okay, I wouldn't call this a transforming toy, it's more like a kit toy. It's just very, very poorly made, very shoddy build, it just falls apart. Look at that, it's just actually broken. Okay, so it's complete and utter rubbish. And I mean, it's sort of sad because some people say to me, oh, but Leo, they look like good toys. I can assure you this is just rubbish. Complete waste of time and money. And if anything, it's just going to frustrate you and it's going to turn you right off the fantastic realm of Transformer toys. Okay, they literally just crumble in your hands. And I think this last one is a version of Bumblebee, Road Rage. Well, the sort of rage you're going to get from this is going to be toy rage because it is just going to make you want to, you know, walk away from this. Maybe I should try and transform it. That's a secret, isn't it? Making sounds. Well, it looks like I've nearly done it. Well, sort of. But I'll tell you what will transform these toys is a blender. Well, the blender I have at the moment is just a very inexpensive one I found at Kmart Australia. It's done, a toy blender already, only just. But nevertheless, it has survived and I will keep using it until it's destroyed. And the one after this one is going to be the cheapest blender I have ever found. This is an Aldi blender and it costs only $19. I feel $19 is very low for a blender. One wonders what it's like. The blender there from Kmart, I think, from memory, it was $29. One Transformer smoothie coming up. Oh yeah! And I can see them transforming! Okay, I think that proves the point. Okay, let's take a look at what happened. These blenders don't have much grunt or much power. I don't think you'll see much smoke. Ooh, look down there, boys and girls. Yucky. And for the very important pour shot, knockoff Transformer smoke. Don't breathe that one. One thing I noticed with these very inexpensive blenders is where they tend to fail is that area there. That's from the motor up to the blades. Quite often this is the weakest link in the chain. And what I've also noticed is that the way it is pulled down those Transformers toys tells me this is not a very powerful blender. Let's say if I use my BlendTech blender, which is out of service at the moment, go back a few videos, you'll understand why. It would have basically reduced everything down to that very fine dust there. But because we're dealing with something which isn't as powerful or brilliant as a BlendTech blender, well, a lot of the toy has survived. Anyway, the very cheap Kmart blender survives for another blend. Knockoff Minecraft, knockoff Lego. Noticing the prices come down, now $2. The first time I saw this stuff in the stores, some people were charging up near $5. If you're really stupid and unlucky, you're paying $7. And what you'll find in here is it is just rubbish. There's a sticker sheet there and a minifigure, and I'll make these up and I'll show you. And these are annoying for the fact you've got to build them up yourself. Little fiddly work, and it's really when you start to feel these things, well, you start to realise you're dealing with some fairly low-end product. Well, here are the minifigures made up. This store really did have a little bit of everything, I can tell you. Notice that the box artwork is far more impressive than the minifigure that comes out of the box. Also, this is called SL Toys, and I think they're trying to rip off the more elaborate SY knockoff Lego minifigures. The SY stuff is impressive. The SL stuff here is not impressive at all. In fact, it's very embarrassing. Seeing them drop down to $2, well, who knows, in a month's time these might be $1 each. Well, let's turn up the heat on this knockoff Lego. Bye-bye, crispy critter. Yeah, busted. Ooh, that was fun. Let's burn up another one. Ooh, nothing worse than getting a hot head. Ooh, he's bowing down to the heat. They were the warm-up guys. Here's the main act. Ooh, I'm on fire. Ooh, what a way to go. Well, people are always telling me Minecraft's a really hot game. Oh, and here's another Big Hero 6-pack. It was $9.99. You call that $10. A curious one because we've got Baymax here and also the evil guy. in the film. Don't want to give too much away in case you haven't seen it. And on the back there is a breakdown of characters in the film and also their names. And this box doesn't disappoint. There's a very strange read there. If you want to pause the video, you can read the whole thing. But sometimes this is the best aspect of this knockoff stuff, having these really strange reads. Like so many times, these toys appeared almost before the film came out. I haven't seen any Inside Out knockoff toys yet. But as they say, it's only a matter of time. Take a look at these beasties. Well, here's Baymax. There's a button on the back. If I push it, you get a stunning light display. He's sending you a message there. Don't buy me. That's what the message is. It's got articulation of the major joints, but not of the minor joints, so his legs move there. I dare say this is just ripped off one of the real toys. It just has that look and feel to it. The wings do detach. That's the button to activate the light. It's not the worst of the worst that I've seen, and it's not the best of the best, but I shouldn't be saying the word best in relation to knockoff toys because they're not legal. They are illegal, and quite often they are killers. But I dare say if I manipulate this toy a bit, it will just fall apart in my hands. This one will be headed to the crusher because that's a great way of getting rid of these toys. Here is the bad guy. Is it Yokai? Look at the back of the box there. Looks like Captain Feathersword while he's holding that to me. Also reminds me of Neo from Matrix. Something about that dress there. I shouldn't say the word dress when it's on a man, should I? Nevertheless, articulation of the major joints there. Nothing else moves. Yes, one of those things. It's a flexible one. It's not the worst of the worst, and it's certainly not the best of the best. But it'll be going into the crusher. In this shop of nightmare knockoff toys, there were these noisemaker keychains. They varied between $1.50 to $2.50. Weird to see the My Little Pony ones. Not weird at all to see the Disney Frozen ones. I better come in and demonstrate some of these so you can be totally awestruck by them. Who is that in the pony? Is that like a Fluttershy sort of thing going on there? There's no cutie mark. Yeah, to me it's shouting My Little Pony. Maybe some people will argue that. The button on the back there will reveal this. It's a horse. It's a horse sound. Okay, maybe that excites you, maybe it doesn't. Let me pick up another pony here, because I like the feel of ponies in my hand. It's the same mold, isn't it? I think that's sort of saying Fluttershy to me, the way she is formed. Batteries seem a bit stronger in that one. Yes, okay. Is that like a rarity sort of look, isn't it? But I don't know, Fluttershy sort of mold. Button on the back. Okay, I don't want to hear any more of those. I had enough. Let's move on to the Frozen girl. I've forgotten which name. Well, there you go. She loves me. That's the main thing. I can do them in unison, can't I? Yeah. That could send you crazy. I don't think I could pull off a threesome. Oh boy, I could get in trouble, couldn't I? It's always going to get trouble when there are 3 blondes involved. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why I'm sticking with the ponies. I have seen some people argue a point that novelty toys can fall under the radar when they're trying to emulate franchises. I don't think that's correct. There were people saying cake decorated toys somehow get this, you know, how would you say, green light. I often see cake decorated toys attached to eBay sales. They're illegal toys attached to the real toy. I'm just seeing if I can pull her apart. Oh, she wants to talk to me, isn't she? Let's see if I can pull one of these ponies apart. Okay, I might have a bit more luck here. Oh, I can hear things cracking. Oh yeah, okay, the mane comes off. Oh look, it just falls apart. There's the noisemaker in there. Yeah, these actually remind me of the Tomy toys that all, you know, remember those, they were all, oh, it's naked now. It's a naked pony. This video is getting very rad, isn't it? Yeah, maybe you can mix and match them. I don't know if it still works when it's like that, does it? Oh, it does. Surprise, surprise. And all these toys here are perfect fodder for the toy crusher. Ooh, yeah. Well, this store had one of these Disney Frozen knockoff toy packs. So common to see this. It was $15. That's the assortment of characters there. What was a little bit unusual about this one was the fact we had that icy monster there. That thing that was a bit of a scary part of the movie, wasn't it? But I think we've got some fairly freakish faces going on in here. Look at these nasty boys and girls out. In Australia, there was a massive vacuum of these toys after the film came out. And it gave the Dark Side realm a huge advantage in selling their wares. Here they come. Oh yeah. And the packaging is a classic example. Look at the effort they've gone to make some very, very impressive packaging. Also, the back artwork is the same. Okay, but what happens every time is, that looks impressive, but what you find out is, this stuff in here is not impressive at all. Well, I'll pluck them out and we'll take a very, very quick look at these, because I'm sure you're as curious as I am. Oh, hello! Well, these knockoff Frozen toys came with these accessories. There's a flaming torch there, there's like a coil of rope, and a pickaxe. It's a little bit unusual to see. Okay, here are the figures. The ice monster, it's got an articulating arm there. It's not low end of the low, it's a fairly solid critter. It's one of those things that's going to be pretty hard to destroy, because it's just like a giant lump of plastic, would be the best way to describe it. The other arm, strangely enough, doesn't move. It feels like it's going to break off if I keep moving it. Oh, funny that. Okay, moving right along, Sven, I think, isn't that right? I'm going to struggle with the names here because I'm a bit frozen. I'm trying to remember the names. Detailed, not too bad. It's got flexible antlers there. Very, very strange looking eyes and dorky looking face. Yeah, it's not the lowest of the low I've seen of this stuff. I mean, the really bad stuff just crumbles in your hands. Olive. Okay, I've seen various variations on this character in quality, that is. This one's got a little bit of articulation only on one side. Must be one of these packs where only one arm moves. We saw that with the ice monster, didn't we? There he is there. Looks like his nose is going to come off, doesn't it? But it's not. This critter here, you can name him for me. I'm dumb. Okay, just remember that. You already know that, don't you? Both arms articulate on this guy. The legs don't. Okay. It is painted on the back, so, you know, the real low-end stuff doesn't get painting on the back. Yeah. Okay, next guy along. It looks like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. Just the first thing I thought of. Maybe you're thinking something else. Okay, yeah. Wasn't that the guy, like with the big accent? Oh, look, I'll get into trouble if I try to remember. My brain's shot. I think the eyes are creeping me out there. Can somebody name this girl? I've got like those anime eyes. You know when you see the YouTubers and they paint eyes over their eyelids? That's what it's looking like. Yeah, if I manipulate it too much, well, she becomes armless. But these aren't armless toys, because when you have things like that happen, that becomes a choking hazard, doesn't it? Hey, some little child putting that down their throat, and unfortunately that can be a killer result. Okay, getting into the main girls. If I could remember Anna or Elsa, it's one of them, isn't it? Okay, I'm sure the arms are just rip off. They're very solid down the base here. Okay, I don't know if I can get the... Oh yeah, I think I can if I really go for it here. Could probably... Oh, imagine the air that's coming out of that from the Chinese factory. Don't breathe that, boys and girls. Yeah, so you can just see that they just... Even though these are presenting fairly well, although they've got strange eyes... Ooh, bits of them do come off very easily. And of course, I mean, when I saw this, I just thought of the girl from Game of Thrones. The Dragon Lady. That's who it reminds me of. Look at those eyes. Ooh, I want you. Yeah. It's not the worst of the worst. Oh, then actually it is. Yeah. Okay, maybe that sort of says it all about this girl right here. I should try and fix her up. It's not a very good look, is it? Hey, doing that. Poor thing. There we go. She's got legs back on. Or sort of. Well, don't get too attached to these Frozen toys, because very soon they're going to end up in the toy crusher, and boy, we're going to have some fun getting rid of these nasty toys. Oh, well, these are, I call these some of the most common knockoff toys that I see getting about. They are these novelty spinner toys. They can vary in price from between $2 to $5. It really depends on which market you're in. Let's give some of these a spin. Peppa Pig is away. And it's going to probably give me a DMCA, that one. Okay, Minion is away. Whoa, Minion's up the back there. Same sound, another Minion. Whoa, go Minions. And Olaf, last one. Whoa, it's a crazy one. And sooner or later they go like that and crash each other out. That was fun. Let's give these guys another spin. There's one market I go to, and there's a gentleman that basically gets these and hands them out to kids to play with. Oh, and often that is half the battle to getting these things sold. Once a child... Whoa! Oliver's just had a crash dive. Oh, Minion versus Minion over there, and... Oh! Peppa Pig! Go Peppa Pig! And one of the Minions is the winner! Yeah, so I've sort of seen the way people sell this stuff. Half the battle of getting a child to buy these is basically to have the child touch the toy. Once they've touched the toy, the desire to have it really ramps up. Another trick I've seen people who sell these do is they give them a bit of a high fall to launch them, and it gives them a bit of a bounce like that. Whoa! And then they battle it out. Sometimes. I think the sound chip is doing my head in. Well, it was no surprise to find spinning toys like that in this very mixed business, but the one item that I did find that came to as a complete surprise is this disappearing dagger toy, and in Australia this is a highly illegal item. Well, this hidden dagger toy was $2, and like a lot of the stock in this shop, this item was hidden behind basically layers of other toys. It was a mixture of licensed toys and non-licensed toys, but I think finding this one here is the one that's really going to awaken the authorities, because I know that this sort of stuff here brings in a fairly hefty fine if you're caught selling it. Oh man, this is a very, very dangerous toy. It takes a fair bit of effort to push that blade in. Ooh, very dangerous, and it's actually very sharp. Well, maybe a little demo to show you how dangerous this disappearing knife toy is. Here is my real knife that I used down the workshop. Noticing the marks leaving that Play-Doh. And here is this toy knife, disappearing toy knife. Noticing the marks it is also leaving in the Play-Doh. Nasty, nasty stuff, I can tell you. Now maybe some of you are struggling to understand why this is such a dangerous toy. Well, the problem is, okay, knives are dangerous. Play retracting knives are even more dangerous, because if the mechanism fails and that blade gets locked solid, you go to stab something and you've really stabbed them for real. There's no fun in that. Carrying a knife in Australia in public is illegal. There's lots of things which are illegal in Australia. This toy here, well, you can't classify it a toy, it's a dangerous weapon, okay? It's the first time I've found one in the shop. Well hidden in the shop, up the back of the shop, behind layers of stock. Oh, it's a killer toy. So, the blade does come out of this thing, very dangerous. It actually shoots the blade out. Let's see if I can shoot one of the Minions down there. Okay, watch out, Minion, here it comes. Oh, oops, sorry, Peppa Pig. And I'll be quite honest here, I think this completely crosses the line. So if Department of Fair Trading want to get hold of me, I'll surrender the knife to you guys, and also the address of where I purchased this very, very dangerous toy. Well, it's time to play Toy Crusher. Those dolls will be going into the crusher because, well, I couldn't blow their minds with explosives. Wonder what will happen to them. Things like that down there will be easy fodder. And I also think things like that down there will also be easy fodder. It's a very despicable way of destroying toys. Okay, a frozen train, they kick off proceedings. Whoa! Oh, look, oh, dear. Get the truck in there as well. And how about some princesses to go? Woo! Hello, Baymax. Goodbye, Baymax. Whoa. He needs a bit of assistance. Get in there. Whoa. Here's a friend to help you. Woo. come the dragons. Hello dragons, goodbye dragons. My little phony, whoa. How about Peppa Pig? Whoa, wee! Woo! Time for some frozen treats! Woo! Here they go! Say hello and say goodbye! Woo! Even the ice box is gone! Trying to escape. There's no escaping the crusher. Don't you do that again on me. Stay in there. How's this for despicable? Woo! I love the sound. Oh, he's jumped out. Well, that's another one. Come on guys, you're cheating! Stop jumping out! I'm not sure how these guys are going to go. I'll feed them in anyway. Whoa! You don't see that every day on YouTube, do you? Woohoo! That is one messy affair. Well, sometimes the best way to clear a blockage is to, well, add more. Woo! In you go. Legs and all. Well, I'm not sure what you call that. All that hair caught up in that crusher, but it's looking mighty strange. Or maybe the best way to clear a blockage is to put more stuff in there. Whoa! They're having lots of fun. That is very, the creeper's sort of stuck there. Well, and everything's going to help. I'm sure it is. How about a block? Will a block fit down there? Or is a block just going to jag it up? Down there. Block. Oh, jumping at me. Oh, got there in the end. Oh, hello, goodbye. Woo! Oh, how dangerous is that? Oh, it exploded because it was TNT. Oh, woo! That's the way to get rid of those knockoff toys. Oh yeah, as I have found out in the past, the toy crusher is ultimately awesome in getting rid of this rubbish stuff. Let's pour it out and see the damage. Woo! Whoa, I've forgotten how awesome that toy crusher is. It does an excellent job at getting rid of this stuff really fast. Oh boy, those frozen dolls aren't much chop now, once they've been given the chop. And the more you look over this pile, the more awesome it starts to look, especially when you see little bits and bobs like that poking up. Cut, cut, cut. Yeah, nothing much survives those blades. That looks excellent as well, doesn't it? If I had glued this onto some board and entered it as a major work at school for my HSC, I could have got top marks, I'm sure of it. The more you look at this, the more fascinating it becomes, and the more it reveals to you just how rubbishy these toys are. I threw in that set there. That was the Minecraft set from over there. I looked at that in another video because there was all that hair getting matted up, and I thought if I throw a bit more in, it's going to clear it out. Well, it sort of did clear it out, but I'll tell you what, I am very impressed with what's going on here. Did that dragon survive? It looks like it has, but if you take a closer look, we've got some fatal wing damage going on there. Nothing survives those blades. Okay, everything gets hammered. Very, very impressive to see this, and it's a really easy and fast way of getting rid of this knockoff rubbish. Yeah, I love looking over this. There's Toothless there. Well, we're going to call him Headless now. Got a new name. And Wingless. And I'm trying to think, has anything survived without being punished by those blades? Oh, there's a pony there. What? Don't tell me that got through. There's just a bit missing. There's that bit of hair there. How did that happen? Don't tell me it still works. If that still works... Oh, what? Oh, that pony got through. The miracle pony. And other ponies, well, they didn't have so much luck. So it just goes to show, from that nightmare mess of knockoff toys that have been destroyed, there are miracles to be found. Well, sadly, I've got to leave this dark side video. It's been a lot of fun making this one. As always, thanks for watching and bye for now.